Hey guys, hope you are well. If you're watching this video, I'm sure you're planning a trip to Singapore in the near future. और अगर ऐसा है, तो you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the best 7-day itinerary for your Singapore vacation. ये आइटिनरी मैंने खुद सिंगापुर जाने से पहले बहुत रिसर्च करके खूब सारी टूर कंपनीज की पब्लिश्ड आइटिनरी स्टडी करके ढेर सारे वीडियोस देखने के बाद बनाई थी, जिसकी वजह से our family trip was much more fun than we had expected. This is perfect for families with kids and I'll give you all the tips and tricks to make the most of your time. तो अब बिना देरी किए, let's get started. Starting with day 1, you've just landed in Singapore. Depending on the time you arrive, your itinerary will vary a bit. If you land in Singapore early in the morning and have sufficient energy, Changi Airport is an attraction in itself. It's not just an airport, it's like a mini city. I recommend spending at least 4 to 5 hours here to check out all the cool spots. हम करीब सुबह 11:30 पौने 12 बजे लैंड होने वाले थे एंड वी न्यू वीड बी टायर्ड बाय द टाइम वी लैंड. तो हमने चांगी को ट्रिप के लास्ट दिन देखने का प्लान किया. आई विल बी कवरिंग अट्रैक्शंस एट चांगी एयरपोर्ट इन डिटेल एज पार्ट ऑफ डे 7. सो if you too are landing in the afternoon or evening and you're too tired to explore the airport, I recommend heading straight to your hotel to relax. रहने के लिए आप बुगी स्ट्रीट, लिटिल इंडिया और लैवेंडर कंसिडर कर सकते हो. All are centrally located and budget friendly. Once you settled in, take a walk around your accommodation or take the MRT to Chinatown, which looks beautiful in the evening and is the perfect place to kick off your Singapore adventure with some good food and a bit of sightseeing. Keep it relaxed on day 1 to save your energy for what's coming up next. Alright, day 2 is where the real adventure begins. We are heading to Sentosa Island and trust me, बच्चों को ये बहुत पसंद आने वाला है. Start your day early, right after breakfast. Our first attraction is Singapore Sea Aquarium. The best way to reach there is to take the monorail from Vivo City Mall. Singapore Sea Aquarium is one of the largest in the world and home to more than 1,000 fish species. You'll get to see sharks, stingrays, manta rays, jellyfish, and even some endangered species. It's both fun and educational, so it's a win-win for the kids. Make sure to get here early to avoid the crowd and spend around 2 to 3 hours exploring. इसके बाद आप जा सकते हैं मैडम टूसॉड्स म्यूजियम. यू विल हैव टू टेक द सेम मोनोरेल विच यू केम बाय एंड गेट ऑफ एट द नेक्स्ट स्टेशन. Take photos with lifelike wax figures of your favorite celebrities, from Bollywood stars to international icons. It's a hit for both kids and adults alike. शाम को मोनोरेल से वापस जाते वक्त आप थोड़ा टाइम शॉपिंग के लिए रख सकते हैं वीवो सिटी मॉल में, which is Singapore's largest retail and lifestyle destination, offering a wide range of shopping, dining, and entertainment options. Let's look at day 3 now. Day 3 is all about Universal Studios Singapore. Start your day early and aim to get there by 9:30 am. The gates officially open at 10, but on some days the staff might let you in 10 to 15 minutes early, just like they did when we visited. It's always good to arrive early, especially on weekends or public holidays जब यहाँ generally बहुत ज़्यादा भीड़ रहती है. अंदर जाने से पहले make sure to grab some photos with the Universal Studios globe. It's Instagram gold, but remember, everyone's trying to get a clean shot, so keep 20 minutes aside just for this. Once you're in, it's time for some epic rides. We were lucky enough to cover almost all the attractions except for the Human and Cylon roller coasters, which were unfortunately closed. This happens quite often, so don't be disappointed if one of your favorite rides isn't open. Just go with the flow and enjoy what's available. The must-visit rides that you absolutely cannot miss are: number 1, Revenge of the Mummy, a thrilling indoor roller coaster ride with lots of surprises. Number 2, Transformers 3D ride. Now, this is an immersive experience that will blow your mind, trust me. Number 3, Canopy Flyer in the Jurassic Park area, which is a family-friendly, high-flying ride with amazing views of the park. Here's a quick tip. Download the Universal Studios app to check real-time wait times for each ride. Some rides like Transformers can have wait times of up to 40 to 50 minutes, so do plan accordingly. I will make another video just on how to plan your day inside Universal Studios in order to get the most out of your time and money. लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में डालूंगा, जरूर देखिएगा। शाम के 5 बजे गेट्स हो जाते हैं बंद, तो यूनिवर्सल स्टूडियोज के बाद इट्स टाइम टू हिट द बीचेस। फिर से उसी मोनोरेल से आप सेंटोसा के बीचेस तक भी पहुंच सकते हैं, जो कि उसका लास्ट स्टॉप भी है। Sentosa has 3 beaches right next to each other, Tanjong, Palawan and Siloso. If you're looking for some family fun and relaxation, I recommend Palawan Beach. There's a cool hanging bridge that takes you to the southernmost point of continental Asia. But keep in mind, the bridge officially closes at 7 p.m. and sometimes even earlier. तो आप 6:30 से ज़्यादा देर मत कीजिए यहाँ आने में। There's a free shuttle that takes tourists from one beach to the other, so just hop on and hop off to explore Tanjong and then Siloso towards the end. As Siloso is the most happening spot, with lots of restaurants, bars and even bungee jumping if you're feeling adventurous. पर उसके लिए आपको यहाँ दिन में आना पड़ेगा। Siloso Beach is also where you'll find the spectacular Wings of Time show, a 20-minute light and sound extravaganza that takes place daily at 7:40 p.m. and 8:40 p.m. It's a mesmerizing experience with lasers, water effects and fireworks. उसको मिस बिल्कुल नहीं करना है आपको। After the show, head back to your hotel and recharge for day number 4. Day 4 is all about wildlife and nature. आज हम जा रहे हैं मंडई फॉरेस्ट एरिया to visit 3 amazing attractions: Bird Paradise, River Wonders and the iconic Night Safari. These are all located near each other, so you can easily cover them in one day. The best way to reach Mandai is to first take the MRT to Khatib station, where you will catch a shuttle bus that will take you directly to the attractions. The shuttle costs just 3 Singaporean dollars per person, and it's a great way to get around. Start your day at Bird Paradise. This is Singapore's newest bird park and home to over 400 species of birds. From flamingos to hornbills and parrots, the park has beautifully themed aviaries and you can even participate in bird feeding sessions. Kids especially love seeing the cute penguins in their artificially created cold habitat right at the entrance of the park. The park is also designed so you can walk through massive free-flying aviaries where birds soar right above you. It's a magical experience और आपको करीब 2.5 से 3 घंटे चाहिए अच्छे से एंजॉय करने के लिए। Next, head over to River Wonders. This park is focused on freshwater ecosystems and the star attraction here is the giant panda forest, जहां आपको 2 क्यूट से chubby pandas देखने का मौका मिलेगा। Spend around 2 to 3 hours here. And don't forget to catch the Amazon River Quest, which is a boat ride that lets you spot animals in the wild. Finally, wrap up the day with the Night Safari, which is one of Singapore's most unique attractions. It opens at 7:30 p.m., so it's perfect for a post-dinner adventure. The park is home to various nocturnal animals and you get to see them in their natural nighttime habitat. Pro tip: book your tickets in advance as the Night Safari is a very popular attraction and it can get sold out quickly. After an exciting evening, head back to your hotel for a good night's rest. Day 5 पे हम पहले फिर से एक बार मंडई जाकर सिंगापुर जू देखेंगे, जिसको मैं बाकी 3 वाइल्ड लाइफ अट्रैक्शन के साथ क्लब करना एडवाइज नहीं करूंगा। बट अगर आपके पास दिन कम है तो आप एक ही दिन मंडई के चारों अट्रैक्शंस देखने की बजाय रिवर वंडर्स स्किप कर सकते हैं। वो हमें सबसे कम इंटरेस्टिंग लगा चारों में। Now, Singapore Zoo is one of the best zoos in the world. It's home to animals from almost every region of the planet, from the African lions and cheetahs to tigers, zebras, and giraffes. But my personal favorite? The orangutans. These incredible creatures are the stars of the zoo, and trust me, you won't be able to take your eyes off them. They are most active in the first half of the day, so make sure to catch them early. Watching them swing around, play, and interact with each other is simply mesmerizing. I could spend all day watching them. जू को फुली एक्सप्लोर और एंजॉय करने के लिए आपको पूरे 4 से 5 घंटे लगेंगे, as there's so much to see. After your day at the zoo, it's time for a change of pace. Head over to the Singapore Flyer for a breathtaking view of the city. The Flyer is one of the largest observation wheels in the world, and the view is just spectacular. फ्लायर का एक राउंड करने में आपको आधा घंटा लगेगा. एंड हियर्स अ प्रो टिप. इफ यू टाइम इट राइट, यू कैन कैच both the sunset and the city lights as they start to twinkle at night. We were lucky enough to do just that, and the view was magical. From up here, you get stunning views of Singapore's landmarks, Marina Bay Sands, the Flower Dome, Cloud Forest, and even the F1 racing track right below you. Don't forget to snap some selfies while you're up there. It's a perfect backdrop for some Instagram-worthy shots. Once you're done with the Flyer, make your way to the Marina Bay Sands area for a relaxing evening. The bayfront is beautiful at night, and you can walk around, enjoy the cool breeze, and take in the city's skyline. You can also catch the light and sound show right next to Marina Bay Sands, which is organized at 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. It's an awesome way to wind down the day and take in the sights before heading back to your hotel. That's a wrap for day 5. Day 6 is going to be about soaking in the local culture, exploring the charming streets of Arab Street, Chinatown, and Bugis Street, followed by a visit to some iconic landmarks like the Merlion Art Science Museum and the beautiful Gardens by the Bay. तो दिन की शुरुआत आप अरब स्ट्रीट, हाजी लेन और बुगी स्ट्रीट से कीजिए. Arab Street is known for its beautiful murals, trendy cafes, and boutique shops, while Haji Lane is Instagram heaven. It's full of street art and quirky little shops. Don't forget to visit the Sultan Mosque, one of Singapore's most iconic landmarks. Its golden domes and intricate design make it a must-see. Next, head to Chinatown if you skipped it on day 1. Personally, I found the market in Chinatown better than Bugis Street, as it's less crowded, more organized, and has plenty of shops to check out. But it's just my personal opinion. Whether you are hunting for souvenirs or small ticket items, prices almost same ही दिखेंगे आपको हर जगह. While you're in Chinatown, make sure to visit the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple, which houses a sacred relic believed to be the Buddha's tooth. The temple is stunning, with its red and gold interiors. Another must-visit is the Sri Mariamman Temple, Singapore's oldest Hindu temple, जो अपने गोपुरम और खूबसूरत कलर्स के लिए जाना जाता है. After soaking in the culture, head over to Singapore's most famous mascot, the Merlion. It's a symbol of Singapore and a must-visit for those iconic selfies with the Merlion spouting water against the backdrop of Marina Bay Sands. Pro tip: if it's not raining, try to visit the Merlion during bright sunshine for the best photos. However, always be prepared for rain, as Singapore's weather can change in an instant. Next up is the Art and Science Museum. Trust me, it's not just for kids. You'll find fascinating exhibits like the Crystal Maze and touch-responsive projections that are a hit with adults too. You'll easily lose yourself in the interactive displays, so give yourself a couple of hours here to fully enjoy the experience. शाम होते होते आप जा सकते हैं गार्डन्स बाय द बे के क्लाउड फॉरेस्ट में. We personally skipped the flower dome, but if you're a fan of flowers, it's definitely worth a visit. Cloud Forest, on the other hand, was a surreal experience. The highlight here is the mist they release every couple of hours, which makes it feel like you're in a mystical world. तो अगर आपको मिस्ट देखनी है, आपको 4 बजे, 6 बजे या 8 बजे यहाँ पहुँचने का प्लान करना होगा. It just adds to the magical experience. The towering artificial waterfall and lush greenery inside are just breathtaking. After exploring the cloud forest, head over to the Super Tree Observatory. We chose this over the skywalk, and the views from the top were absolutely stunning. You can see the entire city, and it's especially beautiful as the sun starts to set. Finally, wrap up your day with the light and sound show at Gardens by the Bay. This happens twice daily at 7:45 pm and 8:45 pm. And it's a mesmerizing experience to sit under the twinkling super trees as they light up the night sky. It's the perfect way to wind down after a day full of adventure. After the show, grab some dinner and head back to your hotel. That's a wrap for day 6. So now we've reached our final day in this incredible 7-day Singapore itinerary. And trust me, day 7 is anything but boring. आज हम घूमने वाले हैं चांगी एयरपोर्ट, जो अपने आप में एक अनूठा एक्सपीरियंस है. From stunning architecture to world-class attractions, this is the best airport you'll ever experience. Let's dive in and explore what Changi has to offer. If you've kept your return flight for late in the evening, and you absolutely should, you'll have plenty of time to explore the incredible attractions at Changi Airport. We spent about 5 hours just wandering around and taking it all in. This airport is practically a theme park. Start your journey by hopping on the Sky Train. It's a great way to explore the different terminals and get a feel for the airport's scale. The trains are smooth, efficient, and offer great views of Jewel and its surroundings. Make your way to Canopy Park for some real fun. There's just so much to do here, from the walking net that lets you stroll above the ground to the jumping net where you can literally bounce around and have fun, especially if you're traveling with kids. Don't forget to check out the Mirror Maze and the Hedge Maze. One of the coolest attractions at Changi is the Jurassic Mile. It's an outdoor pathway featuring life-size dinosaurs. It's like stepping back in time. If you have kids, they'll absolutely love it. And it's a great spot to burn off some energy before your flight. Another fun spot is the Digital Waterfall, a high-tech installation that responds to touch. It's fascinating for both kids and adults, and a cool place to chill before boarding your flight. Pro tip: if you can, always try to book your return flight for late in the evening. This way, you get the whole day to enjoy Changi Airport, and trust me, you will need it. With everything there is to see and do, 5 hours is just the minimum you'll need to explore it all. And that wraps up our amazing 7-day Singapore itinerary. We had such a fantastic time exploring this beautiful country, from Sentosa Island to the wildlife parks and of course the one-of-a-kind Changi Airport. I hope this video has helped you plan your own adventure to Singapore. Let me know in the comments if this itinerary helped you and if you have any other tips or recommendations for fellow travelers. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.